Hello, welcome to SteveKnows. We are here for part 2 of the 30 game list coming soon today. If you've not checked out part 1, there is another 15 games to enjoy, so I'll link that down below in the description. And again, I've gone through the coming soon section, so you don't have to. No need to thank me, just hit subscribe, sit back, stop chin wagging, and let's get started. Starting with Ember Souls, coming this autumn, and it gives me major Prince of Persia vibes, but in VR with its parkour style of traversal, and partly because of the fact it's also set in a Persian palace. Plus, you can even slow down time. It sounds awfully familiar. Here you will engage in hand-to-hand combat as well, use magical abilities that you will unlock by finding Ember Stones, hence the name of the game. There will be slower paced moments though as you try and solve puzzles as well. A rather fun looking game actually. It has great potential, so my fingers are crossed. Next is Exploding Kittens VR, a game that you may know of is releasing this autumn. They are also offering a pre-order discount, but the OG price is around £16, which is $20. You can play online socially or against bots if you have no friends. It's crazy to see a card game be turned into a rather wacky looking VR experience. It looks insane, but there will be strategy as you try and get your opponent to draw the exploding cat. It will have a classic mode, a blitz mode, and a duel mode, including a social hub where you can just hang out and enjoy some mini games. We also have Wanderer, Fragments of Fate, a game that you may already be aware of after it was highly praised for its original release, but this is a new updated version that has been completely reworked and releasing on the 31st of October. It is a puzzler title, but not like many you would have played before. Here you will travel through time to important moments in human history, as you try and rewrite the past to try and save the future. This is an escape room-like title, but on steroids. Because you won't be in one spot, there is traversal in this, like swimming, climbing, jumping, exploring, a narrative, tons of interactions, and combat. This is a tough title, you have been warned, but it is also one of the best of its genre.
Is back.
Alo Moves XR. It would not be a coming soon list without a well-being experience. You may know this brand from an application, but it's now being brought into XR. It will provide you with coaches that will take you through yoga or Pilates routines that range from 5 to 30-minute sessions. So you'll improve your balance, your strength, and your flexibility. Oi oi! It will present you with natural landscapes as you do so you can get centered and zen before going to work and undoing all of that good aligning you just did. Or maybe I'll just go to bed. Next, we have LoveSick. This is a puzzler set in 1999, which may feel like a long time ago for some of you, but feels like yesterday for me. You and your band just got back from touring, but you have no money, and tensions are rather high between the bandmates. And out of nowhere, you get taken into an alternate reality called The Feedback. You're going to have to explore this strange world that has imprisoned your bandmates to figure out how to escape and save them. Looking at the gameplay in the trailer, this seems like a rather psychological experience, not just a puzzler, dare I say, a little creepy.
How does this place know our memories?
How would I know?
Next, we have Does It Stack? The aim of the game is in its name, Does It Stack? You simply have to take random items that surround you in mixed reality and see if they stack on top of each other to try and build the highest tower possible. But the beautiful thing here is you can play with a friend as well. The trailer story shows a father and a daughter, which I just found so darn sweet. It has 60 levels with 3 challenges. That's 180 challenges with 150 different objects to stack. And if you complete the game, you can start raiding the kitchen cupboards at home and stack even more. It sounds like a cute time killer, just as long as I don't think the game should cost more than £5. It looks like maybe 10. Next is DeepCuts, a game concept that I found amusing about an unhinged movie maker who is on a quest to save his best friends. To do so, you have to travel through your old movie catalogue and live through some of your iconic cinema moments, visiting the Wild West, some sci-fi movies, some horror movies, and you will gain powers as you progress through the game. But the enemies you face off against are a crazy cartoon called The Learning Lads that have come to life. The title boasts a physics-driven experience with a narrative, with detailed environments, with tons of asset interactions. It seems a little inspired by the Bone Lab series, but with its own unique spin. Dig VR. Do any of you remember going to a park, there would be like a little digger for you to sit in and move sand around? It was one of the greatest contraptions as a child until you were big enough to hit up the swing. But I guess someone wanted to recreate that, but in VR with Dig. So you have a business in the town of Diglington, and you have to carry out various construction jobs moving around large quantities of earth. And as you do more work and better work, you'll get bigger and better diggers because the business is growing. You will have over 70 customization options available for your digger as well, and I can see this game being oddly therapeutic. Who needs Arlo when I've got Dig VR? Next is Frenzy Extinction, a title coming this autumn, where a virus called the Frenzy has mutated and infected people, turning them into the Ridden. This is a fast-paced action shooter where your goal is to eliminate the virus. It's a horde survival experience, so taking on waves of enemies to unlock additional perks, challenges, and customization options. It has over 10 different maps to play, and if you feel up for it, you can play with 3 friends. I don't even know 3 people. I do, obviously, I'm just messing. Next is Hitman Reloaded, a game I am genuinely excited for as it solves some of the issues I faced with the PC VR port from PlayStation VR. But let's forget that, it looked great but played like a horse's ass. This is £25, which is around $33, with a pre-order discount. It's also one of the largest franchises to hit the Quest standalone platform, as you play as Agent 47, a hired killer, but this time with dual wielding, as you will have 2 arms free, not like the previous PC port. You'll also get a new art style to make the game a bit more playable on Quest, because we do know we're playing on inferior hardware to a PC, and it also has an updated user interface for the menu, because before it was diabolical. So I'm super excited for a full-length game and a franchise I absolutely adore. Clive, We also have Batman Arkham Shadow, another huge title that got an audible groan from the Batman game fan base when it was announced a new Batman title was coming, but it's gonna be for VR. Ouch, guys! But for us VR veterans, it was a loud cheer to be able to get into the Batman suit with a full body avatar and face off against the Rat King. And being a Batman game, you can expect lots of stealthy combat, close quarter engagements, tons of gadgets, and of course, gliding. This is developed by Camouflage, I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but that's how I like to say it, who brought us the Iron Man VR port, which was fantastically done. Another title that should be on your radar for sure, because it could be Game of the Year. Next is Rival Stars Horse Racing. This looks like a rather cute experience where you can immerse yourself on a horse ranch and look after horses, groom them, feed them, give them a tap on the head. Part of the game is managing the stables also, so you can breed a champion of racers. So you'll go through training, improve your skills, and then you'll be able to take them to the racetrack and actually ride them like a jockey. The game looks kinda cute, but it's definitely not for me, coming this autumn. Starship Home. This game is £15, around $20, but it is offering a pre-order discount. This is a mixed reality experience where your home living space is the space vessel. So you'll have windows to look out into the deep space and a console to control your ship. I really love this idea. I hadn't really thought of moving my entire room around as it is the ship. It kind of reminds me of Futurama, where the engines don't move the ship, but the ship moves the universe around it. Hopefully someone gets that reference and it's not wasted. But with this game, beyond being a cool use of mixed reality, you are actually dealing with a space crisis as part of the game's plot. Bounce Arcade. This game puts you bang in the danger zone of a pinball machine, but instead of having little bumpers, you are the bumpers. A simple premise where you would try and achieve a high score by deflecting the ball out into the arena and completing a bunch of mini games and challenges. And credit where credit is due, the gameplay trailer did actually get me kind of hyped for such a simple experience. But it kind of depends what you're looking for in a VR game, really. Are you looking to sit down and just kill some time, or are you looking to get completely immersed in something? Now we have Behemoth, maybe one of the most anticipated games for the past year from Skydance Interactive, who brought us The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. They have been working on a fantasy adventure game that will have you facing off against Behemoth, mystical creatures that are worshipped as gods by certain tribes in the game. It boasts super duper action, packed violence, and a myriad of cool mechanics, like you can catch an arrow mid-flight and throw it back at the enemy. You also have the ability to cut off limbs, and in VR, to showcase that sheer scale of these creatures is going to be a sight to behold. This game for me is #1 on the most wanted list. It's like God of War meets Shadow of the Colossus.
Be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands.
Underworld Overseer, coming on October 31st, you will get the chance to build and manage your own underground lair. Seems ominous. But what I like about this game is it's a spin on the usual dungeon experience, as you are the bad guys this time, and you have to design a dungeon of rooms, creatures and traps to take out the adventurers who come to trespass within it. You'll also get to learn magical abilities to inflict more damage, and it's offering 18 unique levels that they have said will take around 20 minutes each to complete, but will require real-time decision-making to surpass. A pretty cool premise. I love these great ideas. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. That is the list. So we have part 1 and now part 2, over 30 games that are coming soon. I hope there is something here for you to get excited for. Please click subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a great week, guys. Happy gaming. Good day!